All right, what's going on, guys? Welcome to the Fred D. Borges Show. You're rocking with your host, Fred D. Borges. Make sure you guys slap that subscribe button and like this video because we have more content on the way. Today, we will be doing a sneaker review. We will be reviewing the Jordan Retro 3 Black Cements. These originally released back in 1988 and then first retroed in 1994, re-retroed again in 2001, and then again in 2008, 2011, 2018, and as you're seeing here, the 2024 model. And we're just going to get right into the shoe. So on the bottom of the shoe, you have your typical Retro 3 Air Jordan outsole. And then right here, since this is an original colorway, you have your Nike branding right on the bottom. You come to the back of the shoe, you got your Nike Air branding right on the back of the shoe, not the Jumpman, since like I said, this is an original colorway. And then on the forefoot, you have an encapsulated air sole unit. On the back, you have a visible air sole unit, as you can see right there. And then when we get up to the midsole, polyurethane midsole, you have your typical Air Jordan 3 elephant print around the sneaker on the back and on the front. And a lot of people were actually mad about the elephant print just because on the 2018 model, the elephant print is a little more darker, but with the 2024 model, they're really aiming for the original colorway, the original, how they originally looked back in 1988. So that's what they were aiming for. I understand a lot of people are upset about that because they didn't bring back how dark it was with the 2018 models, and I think even like the models before then, when they first retroed, so on and so forth. But like I said, they're really trying to go back to the original model. And then also when you get up to more of like the upper, on the 2018 models, the leather was a bit more tumbled. On here, the leather isn't quite as tumbled. It's a little more smoother, in my opinion, and a lot of people also say the same thing. It's a little bit more smoother. I personally like this a lot. The smoothness of the leather. I understand it's not as tumbled, but I don't mind this one bit. This is actually my first Retro 3 Black Cement, so I'm really pleased with this release. I'm happy that I was able to cop them. If you still want these, they are still sitting. And then it's just your typical Air Jordan 3. You come up here, you have the red Jumpman right here. And then I like what they also did with the tongue. I know on the 2018 release, the tongue, it was kind of like weird. So the red back here, like the lining, was kind of like overlapping the tongue itself. So it was like half, I'll probably post a picture, but it was like half red, half gray. So I like how the red isn't necessarily visible. It's behind the tongue, so you get that full gray tongue with the red Jumpman. I really like that a lot. Also, another thing about this sneaker is it's not as puffy as the 2018 model. So I read and so I saw other reviews. And what I mean by that is that the collar, the foot collar, it's not as puffy, right? So this would be a bit more puffy. I even think the tongue was a bit more puffy as well. So they definitely remodeled the shoe itself to make it that original OG look. And I personally like it a lot. It's the collar is a bit more subtle. It's not as puffy, which I think they did an amazing job at that. You got your typical perforated tongue right here. You got the little holes for, so your foot can breathe. I think this is actually a really gorgeous sneaker in my opinion. And like I said, I believe they are still sitting. I actually just checked Foot Locker not too long ago. They're the size 10 still sitting on footlocker.com. If you probably go to like your local retail store, you could probably find these still sitting. And to be honest, I think the materials for this and the way that this shoe is done, how they try to bring it back to the 1988, I think they did an amazing job. And when I say bringing it back, you have your Nike Air brand, or little dog tag thingy right here. And instead of like an actual like dog tag, I think this is how they used to be like back in the day. I think where it's just kind of like, just like a little clip-on thing. You just pretty much just clip right off. But got your Nike Air branding dog tag thing right here. And yeah, I think this is an amazing shoe. These retail at $220. And yeah, once again, I'm happy with this purchase. A lot of people also said that with this shoe, they fit a little more with the 2024 version, which is right here. These actually fit a little more snug than the 2018 version. I've never owned a pair of 2018 version, but if I would have to say, go true to size. I watched some reviews on these, and they said that, since they fit a little more snug than the 2018 version, to definitely go up a half a size. I'd say go true to size. If it was me, like me personally, I wear a size 9. I really went true to size with this, and they fit fine to me. They're not too snug. They're not too tight in any areas whatsoever, and I'll just say go true to size. The insole, you have your Nike, your traditional Nike Air branding, and then Dream Cell. Not the best, but I guess just because they have a polyurethane, upper, they're still pretty comfy in my opinion. They're not a bad sneaker. I would say material-wise, I think these are pretty good materials. I mean, they're not the best, right? They're not A1 steak sauce, but I would say material-wise, I think they did an excellent job trying to bring back, the 1988 look. So, yeah. With that being said, that's the end of this review. Do you like this sneaker? Do you hate this sneaker? What do you guys think of it? Did you cop? Did you not cop? And since watching this review, are you going to cop? Like I said, retail at $220 at your local retail store. And yeah, they're still sitting. You could probably find these on really a lot of websites. I only checked Foot Locker, but you could probably really find these damn near anywhere, because I'm sure they're probably still sitting. And once again, I would go true to size with these if it was me, and obviously I went true to size. So with that being said, we're going to roll some B-roll, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.